right, in this video, I'll share with you an incident that took place in my daughter's school. And I'm sharing with you from the point of view or from the vantage point of being a first time father. Okay, I don't have experience in this area, so it's learn as you go. I'll share with you what happened, I'll share with you how I reacted, and I would like your thoughts and comments down below. And maybe you would have done differently, or maybe you can advise me if you have more experience as a parent. Whatever it is, good, bad, ugly, I love to read your comments. All right, so let's start. This is what happened. Uh, as usual, my wife goes and picks up my baby from the school at around, let's say, 3:30. Okay, it's very close by. So when she picked her up, she always goes, picks her up. She with her friend and her mother, my wife with my kid, her best friend with her mother, they go to 7-Eleven, which is nearby, and they buy a couple of things, ice cream, whatever they'll eat, and then they'll come back home after, let's say, half an hour or 45 minutes. So after my baby comes here, her normal sequence or a routine is she'll come into my room, knock at the door. That is if I'm not making a video. If I'm making a video, obviously the door is closed. But if she can hear music or something playing in the background, or the door is open, she knows that it's okay to come in. So she knocks at the door and she comes in. So after she knocked at the door, she came in, and she always says Swadika Papa, and Swadika means the greeting, Thai greeting. And I finish school, and usually my daughter says, "Can I have a chocolate?" Because I have M&M chocolates kept here. And being a kid, even I used to love chocolates, and I understand. But I always tell her, first you eat food, okay, and then I'll give the chocolates. So she always tries her luck, even though she knows I will still say, eat your food. Okay. So when she asked me chocolate, I said, first you eat your food, I'll give the chocolate. And then normally she goes out and she prepares, wife gives her the food, and she'll sit in front of her favorite YouTube channel and watch while eating. But instead of doing that, she immediately told me, Papa, Papa something took my money, and she took my money, and she pushed me or something like that. It didn't make sense to me, but immediately I registered. She said, took my money. Now, my daughter has one of those, lanyards, which, has her ID, okay, her name and everything else. And behind it's like a pouch where we give her every day 20 or 40 baht, where she can go buy anything that she wants from the school canteen, or she can buy, a snack or whatever they give. And sometimes she doesn't spend, she brings it back home. She likes to keep it in the piggy bank. So it seems that what she told me is someone took her money. So I said, okay, fine. So I was waiting for my wifey to come up, and my wifey was, down and, giving the dog water and all that. And she took her, 15-20 minutes to come up. After she came here and she finished preparing the food for the baby, and I saw, on the cameras that, okay, now she's free, I immediately called her to the room. I called my wifey and I said, hey, baby said that someone took her money in school. I asked her, what's going on? So she said, oh, okay, I don't know. I'll ask her. I'll ask her, what happened? Because apparently my baby didn't tell her, which was kind of surprising to me, because she opens up to my wifey more than me. So I told her, just find out whenever you're free. And my wife has this habit now. She'll not go and immediately ask. She'll get the baby comfortable and relaxed and, how was your day? What happened? And all that. So after food, my daughter likes to go and have a shower. Okay, she likes to sit in a little bucket, large bucket of this thing, shampoo and all that. So, and my wife is busy cooking when the bathroom door is open, and my daughter plays with the bubbles and all that. And so they were talking. And then after my daughter finished having a bath and she was sitting and doing her drawing, whatever, my wifey came in and told me that it seems someone in her school took money from her. She took money from her, and it's not her friend. It's a big girl. Okay, so my wife was also pretty hazy with the details. So I told my wifey, make sure that you go tomorrow and find out what in the world is going on, because I don't want this incident to go, without us probing. Because what happens is, if a child gets bullied once and the bully knows that, I bullied this child, there's no repercussions or nobody's saying anything, they will do it again, and then they'll do it more, and then they'll do it worse, and then other people will target that child because they'll know that we can do anything with this child and get away with it. That is how bullies, they work. And so what my wife did was next day she went to the school and here in Thailand, just so that you know, it's pretty strict. Parents cannot come in. They cannot come to the classroom. They cannot intermingle with other people's children. It's not allowed. If you have anything to say, you tell the teacher. So my wifey told the teacher, her teacher, and her teacher said she'll investigate and find out. Okay. So when my wifey came back, she told me later on in the morning, this is what I said. Okay, fine. We'll wait till the afternoon. So afternoon when my wife went to pick her up, and then I was very keen to know the update. So my wifey said that it seems that the girl is not from her class. The girl is from another class. She's slightly a senior, and she will find out who the girl is, and she'll try to confront. Okay, so I said fine. So once again, my wife went the following day. She went the following day, and I don't know why, but my wife didn't, pressurize or focus or ask the teacher on the matter. I don't know. Maybe she forgot. And I asked her, so what happened? She said, oh, no, I didn't. I forgot. I didn't ask her. I was like, how can you forget? Okay. So I said, when you pick her up in the evening, make sure you find out what happened. So my wife went in the afternoon. And this time the teacher was, I don't know, not there or something. So my daughter, as my daughter was coming out, my wifey told my daughter, who's that girl? Show me that girl. Okay. Remember, she's at the gate. She can't go inside. So my daughter went and there she saw one girl and she pointed at that girl. And the minute my wife saw, it seemed that girl ran away. Okay. So when she came back here, she told me this, she pointed at the girl and the girl ran away. And so I was like, oh, a little bit of drama. So I said, can you do it tomorrow or should I come? Now my wife doesn't want, drama, me coming and all that. And it's not that I'm going to make a big noise. So I told my wife explicitly, tell the teacher to address the issue or tell her the husband is coming tomorrow. And given my tattoos and all that, I guess the teacher wouldn't want, especially a foreigner. So she finally went. And this time the teacher said, today I will go and I will confront that girl. Evening when we came, finally evening, my wife said she's going to meet with the girl and they're going to decide what to do. Okay. So in the evening, afternoon, I told my wife, this time I'm coming because it seems to be taking too long. I want to put an end to this. So I went to the gym and I made sure that I called my wifey at 3:30. I said, when you're going there, I'll be there. So at 3:30, I was there. I reminded my wife I was there. So my wife also came there. And I stood at the gate. My daughter came out and my wife was there. She said, how are you? And all that. Oh, fine. My daughter was more or less in the mood to go with her friend to that 7-Eleven. So my daughter was saying, Papa, don't feel sad. Papa, don't feel angry. I want to go with my friend to 7-Eleven and have ice cream and chocolate and this and that. I told her, nothing doing. You're not going anywhere. Okay, this you can do it some other time. We are here for something else. So my daughter was a little upset. Then my wife explained to my daughter, Papa has come to see who's that girl and all that. And my daughter was not actually interested in it anyway. So we stood there and I told my wife, go and find out where there's a teacher. Okay. And I want to go and talk to the teacher because I want to know what the hell is happening. So my wife, after all the children came out, only then the parents are allowed and there are many teachers, faculty members. So you cannot just enter just like that. So my wife went and she spoke to one or two people and she said, can my husband and, my daughter come in? We want to meet the teacher. They said, fine, you can go ahead. So we went and just to give you an idea, this is the gate, and then there is a big, like a playground, like a football field kind of a thing. And there is this nice little place where, it's like, one of those places where you can sit and it's cooling. Okay, it's pretty cool. I don't know, Thai technology is such where they have this kind of a, actually built with cement and all that, the tent, tent shape, but, it's open from all the four sides, so air comes in, and it's very cooling. I don't know how the technology works. So we were asked to, I went with the baby and sat down there, told my wife, find out where's the teacher. So my wife went and asked one person, then another person, and finally one lady who knew my wifey, she said, yes, you come to meet her teacher. Okay, I'll call the teacher and find out where she is. So she tried to call the teacher. I suspected that the teacher was kind of saw us from afar and maybe was afraid because she didn't want drama. Because if you complain, they take it very seriously, especially the management. Okay. Finally, the teacher came and she was, I think, somewhere in her early 30s, a slight plump woman. And I could make out with the way she was walking, she was kind of frightened, like, given my appearance. And by the way, I forgot to tell you, as I was walking in, many people were staring and they were like, and many children went, oh, because that was the first time they actually saw me. I don't actually come into all this. Okay. Seated there, and the teacher begrudgingly came there, and I was like, if you're talking of, let's say, a square, let's say, for example, this is where the seating area, I was seated. If you see here, okay, let's say, for example, here, okay, I was seated at this side. Okay, here's the entrance. This side, nobody was sitting. I was seated here. It's like a L shape. So my wife and kid were sitting. As a teacher came inside, and she sat next to my wifey and kid. So she obviously knew that this was the problem that we were talking about. So she said that this girl is her senior, around 2 years, and she apparently, when my daughter was playing and all that, she went and just grabbed that lanyard, that thing, and she took out 10 baht, which is not a big thing. Okay. And the teacher, what she did is, after she found out who the girl was, my daughter, she went to her class. And you can't shout at someone else's kid. So she informed the teacher of the class. The teacher brought this girl out, and she asked her, "Did you take?" The girl truthfully said yes. But here was a shocking bit. She didn't have any remorse. She didn't feel bad. She was pretty, daring about it. So the teacher, they didn't discipline her in front of everyone. Took her at the side, in one corner, and she said, "This is not the way," and all that. So obviously the kid kind of got, pride got hurt, and she started to sob. My daughter didn't see all this. Okay, and she told her, "You can't do this again. If you do it again, we will call your mommy and daddy." And that is where, when the girl started to break down, she said that she informed that her father and mother have split. Her father is no longer home. Her mother didn't have a job, and she comes from a poor background. And hearing that, I kind of felt sorry, because wife was translating it for me. I really felt sorry for her, and was thinking, I don't know whether I should contribute something, but I just kept quiet. Okay. So then, after the teacher said this, she was waiting for my reaction. My wife was also waiting for the reaction, and this is what I responded. I just told the teacher, I thanked the teacher for taking the interest to protect my child and to investigate the matter. And nobody expected this. I bought her a gift. It was from, Amazon, like Starbucks, you get one of those cups. I gave her a gift and said, as a respect, thank you. And then I explained to the teacher that when I was small, my parents never came to support me. They never bothered about me. They didn't bother even if I was beaten or bloodied or whatever. And all the bullies and all the kids would take their turns in hitting, hammering, beating the bejesus out of me. In fact, I even had some 12 guys beat me and put me in the sand and put sand all over me. So this was a normal trend for me when I was in school. So I showed her the photographs of when I was young, and I told her this led me to bodybuilding to protect myself. I said, obviously, I don't want my daughter to go through all that, but I just want her, the kids, to know that this child has parents who are very interested in her, and you can't just bully her. And I also told her that you don't have to shout at that girl. She comes from a poor family. I stopped myself from wanting to say that, give her something and all that, because that I leave it to my wife. So the teacher was surprised that I didn't shout or raise my voice or anything. And instead, I appreciated her and I thanked her. And I told my child in front of the teacher, and I told my wife to translate, anytime you have a problem, go to teacher, she'll take care of you. So everyone was happy. We said, Swadika. And I told my daughter, I kind of congratulated her that, very good. Anything happens in school, you tell us. So she felt a little happy, getting a little pat. And to give her as a reward, to reinforce this behavior, I told her, we'll go to 7-Eleven. Okay, your friend is not there. You felt a little sad. I'll buy you something nice, like a toy or something. So my kid felt, oh, if I open up to my parents, I get rewarded if I tell them the truth. And then I did discuss with my wife, I feel sorry for that girl. Should I have given something? She said, no, don't give, because there are too many children who are poor. This anyway is a school that is not filled with rich children. If you do one, then maybe others will get encouraged, and then you'll have to start taking care of everyone and giving everyone. She said, just stop feeling sorry and just focus on the kid. What you did is enough. So I said, okay, fine. And yes, when I came home, once again reinforced my daughter's behavior, told her, always share with Papa and me. Don't feel scared about anything. Even if you're wrong, even if you're right, we're always there to support you. And my wife did say that, I was surprised actually when she told me this. She said, I'm surprised that you didn't shout, or you didn't raise your voice, or you didn't say that kids should be punished. I just told my wife, simple. No kid is born evil or bad. It is the upbringing that makes it. And normally children who are bullies have parents who are bullies, have parents who are abusive. So because they experienced force to get things done. The kids get the message that, okay, so this is the way I get things done, by, through others, by force, by bullying them, by beating them. If they're born in a house filled with love, then they believe love will change the world. That is why my daughter never bullies anyone. And oddly enough, even though the girl took money from her, she didn't hate her or anything. She didn't. It's kind of strange. I need to put my daughter for a little bit of, Muay Thai protection. Although I don't support, violent behavior. So anyway, I thought this is what uh, I just thought of sharing this with you. Let me know your thoughts. Do you think I handled it well? Do you think I should have done something differently? What do you do? What would you do if you're in my place? And have you experienced this? Especially if you're a parent and you've experienced this, I would love to know, how did you handle such a situation? Because remember, bullying can sometimes take an ugly turn, and especially in India, I think sometimes things go really out of hand. And I think in US, it's even worse when they have guns. Thankfully, here there are no guns. Yeah. Anyway, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Good, bad, ugly. Love to hear from you. You guys take care. This is me signing off.